Hey guys, my name is Xolo, your best undead doggo VTuber here to give you a guide on defeating Gorecrusher the Behemoth in V Rising. Quick disclaimer guys, this tutorial is only showing the solo kill experience. Also, I have no idea what I'm doing, and no one should listen to me. So let's get started. For this fight, you want to be prepared. You'll be fighting in the lair of the Behemoth, located on the southeast side of the Cursed Forest. Unlike the Spider Cave, the lair is not immune to the Curse of the Forest, so you want to make sure you have your Shroud of the Forest cape equipped before starting the fight. This is crucial because not having this item equipped will make it impossible to see the boss and dodge attacks. Just a quick note for those who might not remember, the Shroud of the Forest can be crafted using the tailoring bench after you defeat the Old Wanderer, which is a level 62 boss. I would hope you've already defeated him before even considering going after Gorecrusher, but hey, who am I to judge? To prep for this fight, I used a Potion of Rage, Witch Potion, and 100% Brute Blood. Make sure to carry at least 15 Blood Rose Potions as your healing item. I only say this because this fight is a bit of a marathon, so if you're awful at this game and get hit constantly like me, you'll be going through potions very quickly. Before attempting this fight, I had already defeated the Winged Horror, which gives you a soul shard that increases your silver and fire resistance by 50, spell power by 10, and spell critical strike rate by 5%. Because of this, I highly recommend killing the Winged Horror before attempting Gorecrusher. For my gear, I used the Blood Moon chest, pants, hands, and feet, as well as the amulet of the Crimson Commander. My weapon of choice was a Storm-infused Demon Steel Skull Taker and Illusion-infused experimental Bulletstorm pistols. If you don't have 100% Brute Blood, you can probably get away with Warrior or Rogue Blood if you're good at dodging. The reason I prefer Brute Blood is because it gives me healing, movement speed, and increased primary attack speed. The increased attack speed is crucial if you're going to be using the Greatsword as your primary weapon, because the primary attack animation is very slow. If you want to be extra prepared, you can also wait until Blood Moon, where if you have 80% blood or higher during Blood Moon, you will get 100% benefit from the buff. Next, I'm going to go over the skills and jewels I use, so you might want to pause the video and read the descriptions. The skills that I use for this fight are Veil of Storm as my dash, with Tier 3 Trembling Spark Jewel equipped, Aftershock with Tier 3 Magnetic Nether Jewel equipped, Blood Rage with the Tier 3 Serrated Ornament Jewel equipped, and Raging Tempest as my ultimate. Let's go over the fight mechanics. I'll be breaking this fight into 4 phases. In Phase 1, the boss will introduce his main attacks that he'll be recycling throughout the entire fight. Please keep in mind that the mechanics I will go over might not happen in the order I present them to you. The first ability is a short-range knock-up, which is prefaced by a fast wind-up animation where they will paw the ground briefly before charging forward a short distance. If you get hit by this ability, you will get yeeted to the opposite side of the cave. You should be able to dodge this by sidestepping to the left or right of the boss. The hitbox for this ability seems to be in a V shape. So as long as you don't stay in the center, you should be able to dodge it without using any spells or abilities. He also won't turn to face you mid-windup. I don't recommend using Death from Above, the Greatsword's E ability, to dodge it, since there will be a chance they'll still fling you mid-air. For his second ability, the boss will lift their arms slowly into the air before smashing the ground in a glowy circle in front of him. Getting hit within the circle will knock you away from it and also reduce your mobility. You can dodge the initial hit by using Death from Above, but will need to move quickly to avoid the aftershocks, since those near the center will detonate first. Around the initial hit of the circle, there will be lines of aftershocks in 7 directions, which will go off after a few seconds. The further you are from the epicenter, the later the explosions will be. Getting hit by aftershocks will also reduce your mobility, so be careful. If you manage to dodge everything and find a safe spot to stand right away, you can use Fan the Hammer, your pistol's Q ability, while the aftershock animation is going off. Only do this if you can attack right away. Otherwise, just use primary attacks from your pistols to keep a safe distance. Using Blood Rage and the Greatsword's primary attack is also a viable option here. For his third ability, Gorecrusher will hold his right arm into the air and his body will start to glow white. Right before he's about to unleash his first attack, he will wiggle his arm a little, so you know when to get ready to dodge it. He will smash his arm vertically downward in a left-right-right pattern. The safest place is to be either directly underneath him or directly behind him. His turn radius is greatly reduced while performing this attack, so you don't have to worry about him spinning around and bonking you. His fourth ability is similar to the third ability, but the swings are horizontal instead. The boss will move his right arm to the side, then swing in a left-right-forward pattern. He can turn a lot faster during this attack, so make sure to stand really close to him to dodge it. His fifth attack is a long-range 3-part charge, where he will push himself backward before charging at the nearest enemy. You can bait this ability by moving halfway through his dash, or leaving behind a clone by using your Veil of Storm dash. Using Explosive Bullet, the E ability on your pistols, is also a viable option to dodge one of the 3 charges, while also doing a little bit more damage. On the third charge, you can also bait him near a wall, then use Death from Above, the E ability of your greatsword, to dodge the attack and spin midair to hit him from behind. Occasionally, he will also use a 6th attack, where he will leap into the air and land inside the red circle that appears. This attack is fairly easy to dodge. If he does this and turns white, he is about to transition into the next phase. At about 66% health, the boss will enter phase 2 of the fight. He will summon a wolf spirit and a bear spirit. They will have normal attacks just like their normal versions that you can find throughout the game. Use Aftershock to damage both enemies as they run toward you, and follow up with Great Cleaver, the Q ability on your greatsword, to knock them into the air. Dodge the pounce attacks from the wolf by using Blood Rage for extra mobility, and Death from Above to dodge the bear's attempt to crush you. During this phase, Gorecrusher will be untargetable for a fixed period of time. If you kill the ads quickly, this is a great time to use a potion if you need to. When time is up, he will glow white and his right arm will be extra glowy. He will attack vertically in front of him very quickly, so be ready to dodge. Death from Above works well to dodge this attack, but you have to time it so that you and his arm are both in the air at the same time so that your landing will be safe. He will recycle abilities until you get him down to about 50% health. At this point, he will drop 3 health orbs. If you don't need them immediately, it's best to wait to grab those orbs during the next phase. After a little bit of damage, the boss will enter phase 3. The boss will turn white again, then proceed to poop out a bunch of slow-moving glowy white orbs. Back away and wait for the next attack. He will turn back to his normal color, but the orbs will still be present. After this, he will jump towards you and recycle some attacks before jumping backwards toward the orbs and becoming untargetable again. He will summon the wolf and bear spirits again, just like phase 2, but this time you have the added challenge of dodging the orbs. After a fixed period of time, he will come out of that phase and attempt to strike you with that quick attack I talked about earlier. Be careful not to stand between the boss and the orbs. He has a knockback when he switches phases, so you might get pushed into one of the orbs. At about 1/3 health, he will move to phase 4. He will clone himself, summoning a Gorecrusher spirit. The moment you see the spirit, use Raging Tempest to hit them both while they're in the center of the impact for maximum damage to both targets. The spirit is a lot squishier than the real Gorecrusher, so you should try to DPS them down as fast as possible so that you don't have to spend a lot of time fighting them both at the same time. Gorecrusher will recycle the attacks from phase 1. Do as much damage as you can to him before the clone resurrects. When the clone comes back to life, try to use abilities that will hit both Gorecrushers at the same time, because they might start using 2 different attacks simultaneously. Failing to dodge either of them is extremely punishing because you will be unable to dodge the other's incoming attacks. At critical health, Gorecrusher will poop out new orbs and go back to phase 2. About halfway through killing the ads, Gorecrusher spirit will revive if you've already struck them down previously and begin to attack again. This is Enrage. Failing to kill the ads quickly will almost certainly lead to death during this phase, since there will be too many abilities to dodge at the same time. If this happens and you haven't gotten the spirit to go down, focus your damage on Gorecrusher instead while avoiding his spirit's attacks. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the guide! I wish my fellow vampires success in their adventures. If you found this tutorial helpful and want to see more, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. You can also follow me on Twitch and Kick, where I currently stream 3 times a week. I also have a Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Throne, and Patreon, which you can find the links to on my channel page. Thanks for watching, and good luck!